Hello, it's Marie, and welcome to another episode of August Makes, Friday Sews. In this episode, I'm not necessarily going to be showing you a finished or in progress garment that I'm sewing. It is so hot that I don't think anybody wants to wear clothing, let alone sew clothing at this point. So my girl back here is taking a little bit of a break. She's wrapped in a ready-to-wear sarong, but that certainly would be an easy make if you were inspired to make that. Today I have some really great stuff to share with you, so hope you'll stick around. So let's talk books, and this is a Frenchgeneral home sewn, 30 projects for every room in the house. I found this at a used bookstore for $9, and I'm not sure if you can still get it. If so, I'll try to hunt it down and link it in the description box. I know that this was published in 2008, so it's obviously a little bit older. Chronicle Books, San Francisco, California. So this Frenchgeneral fabrics are popular amongst quilters, amongst cross-stitchers, and I'm sure sewists as well. And this is just a lovely book to look through, and also bonus, there are patterns, and this person who had this book prior to me didn't even open the envelope. So the patterns are in pristine condition. It's a spiral bound and spine book, but it's got spiral, so it's definitely in good condition, and that's something to consider. I love going to used bookstores and finding gems that people have owned and maybe are tired of, obviously donated, and I appreciate that very much. So I wanted to point out, I'm not going to go through the whole thing. A lot of it is home dec, but as a sewist, you definitely can make your own beautiful things for your home. So I go in waves where I do garment sewing, then I do more craft sewing, then I do home sewing, and it's exciting. But I wanted to show, one particular project that I thought would kind of tie in with those pin cushions, and that is a hanging notions organizer. So there is the hanging notions organizer. I'll put it close up for you to see. It's so cute. The author writes, I was inspired to make this door organizer after I saw an old shoe bag hanging on the back of a bedroom door in an estate sale. Hankies, costume jewelry, small coin purses, and all sorts of memorabilia from a woman's life neatly filled all the pockets. Oh. It was such precious, she said, filled with precious objects, that she made her pockets a little bit smaller so that the tiny treasures wouldn't get lost. And then she has some fabric straps, there's buttons, so there's all kinds of things you can do with that. She's got an embroidery hoop with some embroidery, her needlework in there, some button cards are in there, some embroidery floss, some scissors, pieces of linen, and I just think this is so beautiful. And you don't have to use like a Frenchgeneral fabric. That's definitely a choice. But this is definitely on my list to make for my sewing room. So stay tuned. I'm so excited to have found this book that has been around since, it was published in 2008, as I have previously said. By Carrie Meng. I watched a few of her videos, and she has a shop in Los Angeles, California. So, oh my gosh, I would love to go. And she does have an online shop as well, so you might want to check it out if you like Frenchgeneral fabrics, the Frenchgeneral style, the Frenchgeneral flair. It's really exciting. So I love too how she dedicated the book to her parents, and there's a little sweet photo of them in the book. And She writes, creative life begins at home, and then, I don't know if I'm saying this properly, but une vie créative commence à la maison. Anyway, I might have to cut that part out. I didn't do a very good job of French. Anyway, I am coming closer to a project that was on my wish list. So it was that sewing organizer that I showed previously and now can't find. What is wrong with me? It's too hot in here. Anyway, I'll put a clip in because I just love it. So here it is, and this is really a good size. I'm really excited about it. So here it is in all its glory. I have the front panel finished, and the back obviously needs a back, which, oops, there's some lace that I actually, oh, there you are. I was planning to put this, I need to finish embellishing. It's gonna go in here, so I should probably tuck it in there so I don't lose it. Anyway, it needs the back, and it needs some hanging tabs with buttons, and that's gonna be it. So the top section is designed to hold postcards, which could be really fun, but you could put, actually a lot of the sewing businesses, they send you postcards and really cute little mini flyers, so those could fit in there. The sky's the limit. The middle section, the upper section has these really cute little tabs with buttonholes and buttons. So she's displayed it with, I think, some embroidery floss. If you changed them a little bit, I would say you could actually put a spool of thread in there, but you would need to sew the buttonholes horizontally and probably raise the button, because I tried the spool of thread and it was too snug. Then row 3 are pockets, and again, if you're interested in making this, purchase the book, because the pattern measurements are all listed with the directions. So I embellished mine. Hers were plain, but minimal embellishments, just lace and little covered button. I think I did a pretty good job mimicking French General without actually having French General fabrics. This is really a lesson in sewing your stash, using your stash, and not running out and getting it. Plus, it's hard to get that fabric, and it's on my wish list one of these days. And then, so the bottom row are longer pockets, and then I chose to sew divider sections because I have an idea for that. So this one will definitely house some scissors. Let me show you the fabric, some of the fabrics. I didn't use the ticking that I had. This is just a little calico that's kind of has a French General feel. This, I believe, is Moda, and I have this in my stash. I think I purchased this last year from a quilting shop, and this was in my stash. So pretty. It has kind of an Asian feel to me, but also a Parisian feel. And then last but not least, I'm using this rustic heavyweight linen that I sewed that Buttrick 6567 top, the tunic top, that it was a dress pattern. It's a dress pattern that I modified into a top. So those are kind of what I worked with, and then I pulled laces and things from my stash. So, and since we're talking books, here's another gem. I found it in a used bookstore. I'll link it if I can still find it online to purchase. It's And Sew to Bed, 30 Beautiful Sewing Projects for Nightwear and Accessories. This was published in 2013 by Seco Books, and it features carolondon fabrics, and it is, I think, in partnership with Allison Beadmill, and there are 18 Yes, 18 full-size patterns. And you would definitely need to trace these onto some pattern paper because they are overlapping. But there are patterns, and there's some beautiful visuals of some beautiful sleepwear for children and adults. This is such a pretty simple, lightweight nightgown that would be nice for these hot August days and nights. Moving on, the summer camisole and short set is really sweet. If you like something that's more suited to your style, that would work well. These fabrics they're suggesting lightweight cotton, obviously. And then there are a couple other ones. This Sweet Dreams night dress is really beautiful. So pretty. You don't need to have that large a bow if you didn't want to. Or this is the one that was in the front. It's called the Hester night dress. That's really pretty. It's very pretty. With a little bit of an elasticized waist. And this is a great one. It's the upcycled jersey pajamas, and so the knit pajama bottoms. But what makes it upcycled is that you can use an old men's white dress shirt, thrift type stores, and usually there's an abundance of dress shirts, and some of them have the tags on them and they're in great condition. So that's another thing to think about if you don't want to destroy your boyfriend or husband's dress shirts. But you know, now that we're Zooming, there's a lot more casual wear, and maybe those are for the taking. So this again is a great find, and I think I paid maybe $9 for mine. To feature the Nielsen's Reef, which is a camisole and short set. Its size ranges 0 to 20. This is really cute, and it's described as a relaxed fit ideal for sleep and casual wear. It has a bias cut, V-neck, and crossover yoke in the back, and shorts feature elastic waist pockets, curved or straight hemline with 2 rises. The fabric suggestions are something that has drape, such as linen, shirting, rayon, tencel, long, light chambray, and crepe de chine. So this is something that I think would be a really great make, again, while we are in the midst of this heat wave, and it continues. So this is on my list to do, but I still have some things that I want to finish. I'm trying to be really strict with myself. Finish what I've started before I open another pattern and make this. And I would love to know if you've sewed this. There is a hashtag capital M, capital N, Reef, R-E-E-F. So I'm definitely gonna need to check out these on Instagram to see what people have done. So that is it for the pattern feature, and boy, it's noisy out there today. People were yelling, there's banging, there's craziness everywhere, but hopefully this has been a productive video and you've gotten some takeaway from it. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for your support, and to my new subscribers, you're the best. Have a great week. Stay cool, stay safe, and I'll see you next time in the sewing room. Bye.